then shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. I'm born in the music. My brand new horizon, the world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time, and it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, the new sound.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But you look at this defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Ready, shot.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2.
Ready. Out.
Here's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Murray going to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Hey, get set.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point.
0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Well, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, They run, they hit. What a nice team.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
To throw is Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. Down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Michael Wilson.
48 yards.
And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he is caught. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Dolphins at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
22 yards there, a 1st down. A give left side. Here's Achane.
Still shedding tackles. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Murray now to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On play action, it's Murray.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing again, Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great... Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The kick by Sanders is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
44, ready.
The third quarter begins with a run by Achane.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Achane gets it from the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On play action, here's Tua, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Good.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
And the Cards are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Murray.
That's complete to the rookie from Colorado.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Murray now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Now Murray again.
Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that is incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray going to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray to air it out again. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., 71 yards. And the Cards get a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Baron Browning picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Whoa! 20, TX.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for Miami. 65 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Green.
To throw, it's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Here. One more.
To throw is Murray. Going for the deep ball. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready. 21G. Out.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Turbo 3, kick. Scat.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Turbo 1, high. What?
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now a toss going left, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jones breaking from the contact.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This is 1st and 10.
Hey.
Now Murray. Caught by Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Big ace.
Here's Murray. He's got Connor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Dolphins 33, Cardinals 28.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 5.
44. Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Murray to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. Murray.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
Sure.
Now Murray's got to have this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away.